been a really strange time, hasn't it? Welcome to my channel. This is Brian James on my path to Paphos here, and it's been a very strange couple of weeks for me. I'm across in the UK, as you probably know if you watched any of my previous videos, and if you have, thank you very much for doing so. And yeah, it's been a very strange couple of weeks for me being across here in the UK, and well, just trying to assimilate myself back to it. So let's address some of those things. Let's let you know what's been going on over here. It hasn't been all plain sailing, as you can probably tell. But I've got less than a week to go. I come back at the weekend, back to my lovely island of Cyprus, and I'm really looking forward to it. So let's have a look at the general things on it anyway. I came across here on the 1st of November, and it was the first time I'd been back since I emigrated on the 1st of April. And I thought it was going to be a necessary sort of thing to come back, to sort things out. I'm going to answer some questions in this one, because there's been a few people have asked me questions online, and I think it deserves some explanations. It has all been discussed in previous videos, so if you have watched the previous videos, please bear with me. There's a lot of people who haven't caught up the same way as you have, especially new viewers who have come onto the channel recently. We've got 4,214, I think it is, subscribers now, so thank you. If you're not a subscriber, please consider it. It does a huge amount of good for the channel. There's a little subscription box down below. Give me a thumbs up as well, because that really helps the YouTube algorithm. And hit the little bell and tick the all box to get notifications every time I upload a video. Honestly, it is one of the most important things people can do for the channel, because it makes a huge difference as to how YouTube puts it out to the rest of the world. And it doesn't cost you a penny or commit you to anything, but it really does make a difference. Anyway, yeah, I've got 4,200 and something subscribers now, and thank you very much for everybody who's done that. But some of the newer ones won't necessarily know the background. So in a very potted history of things, I've been asked, first of all, I was asked, why are you out there without your wife? Well, why not? I'm out here looking for, well, I'm not out there. I keep on saying I'm out here. I'm in the UK at the moment, but I'm living in Cyprus. So why am I out in Cyprus? Well, basically, I've been out there looking for work. I'm a dual national, British and Irish citizen, which means on the visa I can go across and get the MEU1 residency, which I've got, that allows me to have paid employment over there, so I can work. So I've been across there trying to get singing work and musician work. I'm a professional entertainer in the UK, and now I'm a professional entertainer across in Cyprus. It's been very successful, really has been, so thank you very much to everybody who's come across and supported me, and all the venues who supported me. I really appreciate that. But the idea is for me to come out and work so that I can have enough income coming in, so that when Sue comes out, she doesn't have to work. She's an ambulance medic up here in the northwest of England, and it's a difficult job, and she's just about a breaking point, I would say. So she's wanting to come over there and give up working altogether and relax. And do you know what? I can't think of a better thing to happen. I really want her to go across and enjoy herself. She's actually across in Cyprus at the time that I'm making this video. She doesn't come back until later on this week. So she's out there with my daughter. My son's been out there already for a fortnight. I think they're trying to tell me something. I come across the UK and they all disappear across to Cyprus. But yes, they've been across here for that sort of time. So that's why I'm in Cyprus on my own. Why the delay? Why don't she go across there? Well, first of all, we're not super rich. We're not particularly well off. We're not wealthy enough to just dive into things. And so we have to be a little bit canny with the money. And part of that is I have to carry on working for a while until I hit state retirement age. I have some works pensions, so does my wife, but we're both working people for the next few years. And for me to come across and be able to support her, I need to have enough income to do that. But also we've got a couple of dogs. We need to get the dogs transported across properly. One's 12 years old. He just had his 12th birthday. In fact, Alfie, my eldest dog, had his 12th birthday on the 16th of November, so he's only just turned 12. And their welfare is paramount to us. So yes, we will be bringing the dogs over. We may have to change to somewhere else to rent over there, because we're renting. So we might have to change to somewhere else to rent if we can't get an agreement with the landlord to allow pets for us. But if we can, then we'll have both dogs going across there. And hopefully when that's cleared, then that's time for Sue to give up as well. And she'll go across to live a relaxation life in Cyprus. So that's that one. Why am I renting? Somebody asked, why am I renting rather than buying? Well, we have actually got the assets to be able to buy. If I was to sell this house over here, we could easily buy over there. But we have another thing. My son, who's 31, still lives at home with us. He's looking about trying to start airline pilot training, and basically for that we're trying to make things easy as possible for him. He's just spent a fortnight on the islands of Cyprus and he thoroughly enjoyed it. But the idea is for him to rent the house over here on a nominal rent, basically pay the board he's been paying us all these years. So he'll be paying board over here. But he'll have to take on all the bills and things, and that will help finance us to rent in Cyprus. We're not wanting to buy. I'm 64 years old. I'm too long in the tooth to be selling houses and buying houses and going through all the legal things. And there are some fantastic rental properties over there, like the one I'm in at the moment in Universal. So we're going to carry on doing that. But also it gives us the opportunity that when I do retire, when I do stop doing the music and take my retirement properly and chill out, we may not stay in the Paphos area. We've talked about going to Paphos or Latchi. Mandria is nice as well, a bit further out. So it could be that we want to move, and if we bought a house, we're pretty much stuck there. So by renting the house gives us a lot of options. So that's why we're carrying on renting. What else? Well, I had a couple of comments by somebody and we got in a bit of a conversation. I'm not going to name the person. I don't believe in naming people. I ask people to give their opinions and they do, and I really appreciate that. But I was somewhat lambasted by somebody online about my reactions to coming back to the UK. Coming back to the UK I've seen as an incredibly negative experience. And they said that they enjoyed watching my channel, which was really nice, and I appreciate that. But they didn't really like the way that I was going on and just picking fault with the UK. And that's fine. I totally agree with them having their opinion on that. The only thing I will answer to this, and maybe a few other people think the same sort of thing, so I'm not necessarily having to go at the people who asked the question, but it may prove useful to other people. I'm lambasting the UK, not as a country. I think the United Kingdom, Great Britain and Northern Ireland are some of the most beautiful places. And if you include Era as well, Southern Ireland, that whole island landmass that we've got there, you've got some of the most incredible geology of anywhere in the world. You've got some phenomenal sites. I've spent 63 years looking around all the places in those island masses, and they are incredible. They really are awesome. And whatever happens in my life, those islands, Britain and Ireland, will continue, and the outer islands, all the islands that we have around the place. I used to live in the Outer Hebrides, remember? They're stunning. They really are stunning, and they'll remain stunning. However, when I'm coming back, I'm seeing the political situation here dropping like a lead balloon. I see the economic situation here dropping. I came across, and there's all sorts of things going on which I just do not like. I'm seeing a takeover of the UK from various factions, which I don't agree with those factions. I'm seeing a lot of unhappiness. I come over here, not many people seem to be smiling. It seems a very negative attitude at the moment, a very negative place. And I'm basically reporting what I see and what I feel. But also coming across here has my health, even just in 3-4 weeks, has suffered. I've got so used to the sunshine, so much used to that wonderful vitamin D, that my health has suffered. And with that, that's prompted me to get back to Cyprus as soon as I can. I didn't realise just how beneficial it was. My arthritis in my left hip and my neck has really flared up with the cold weather, which it has been very, very controlled in Cyprus. And yeah, that's something on that. But also I have so many friends in Cyprus. I've got so many people who are friendly, so many people who just seem to want to enjoy the life that they have rather than looking on the bad side of it. There seems to be a feel-good factor in Cyprus and a can-do attitude. And this isn't just a recent thing in the UK. I've been living in Cumbria for quite a while, and I've seen over the years a very can't-do attitude. If you're trying to do something and there's an obstacle that gets in the way, there seems to be an awful lot of, oh, well, there's an obstacle, we can't do anything, let's turn around and go back. Whereas I've always come from a forces background, from an armed forces background, of if there's an obstacle there, my first reaction is, how do I get over it, round it, through it? How do I get to my objective? And I don't give up. And I think that's part of what's happening with my life here. And an awful lot of people who have gone across to live in Cyprus are very positive people. They are can-do people. And I've enjoyed being surrounded by them. So that's a few of the questions I answered on those ones. I think there'll probably be loads more questions. If you have more questions, drop them in the comment below. I'll try and answer them if I can. The other one, why are you in the caravan all the time? Even if I'm in the UK, I'm in the caravan all the time. I'm enjoying myself in the caravan. I took the caravan away for 2 days last week. Was it last week? Yes, 2 days last week. Met up with my sister Bev, and she's put a couple of videos out. If you haven't seen her channel, it's if you just put in the search bar in Google and @ then Dotty's Adventures. That's all one word, and it's DOTTIES Adventures, all one word. And you'll find her channel on there where she's been converting her micro camper. And she's also got another channel with an @ Thorough Good Life. That's THORO Good Life. Again, one long word. And that's where they've got the main camper van along with her husband Mark. And you can see them in there. Give her channel a little bit of love. Go and say hello. Watch some of the videos. She's much better than I am. And she'll be able to, you'll be able to see what happened when we were in the caravan. But yes, I came across living in the caravan, but while I've been away, my son has taken over my room. So my room is gone. My room is now his room because, well, I don't live here anymore. Yes, it might be my house, but I still don't live here, and there's a difference. So my son has taken over my room. The small room that we have, because we've just got some central heating all done, new boiler and new pipe work and some new radiators put in, and also a load more insulation in the loft. All the stuff from the loft had to come out, and it's all been put in the little room. So I could have gone in there, but it would have been a faff and a hassle. And the caravan's on the drive. It's always heated. It's connected up the mains, and I just find it so comfortable, so easy. So although I went away in the caravan, I've actually been sleeping in the caravan all the time. And this is where I'm spending my time in the UK, and I'm loving it, to tell you the truth. It's not a bad thing. It's beautifully warm in here. Super cozy, and it's the best bed I've ever slept on. The beds in here, I've got 2 single beds down the back, 2 fixed beds, and they are the best beds I've ever slept on. So I'm getting some good night's sleep for a change, which is really useful and interesting. Now, I've been keeping an eye on the weather across in Cyprus and seeing what's happening. I know you've had a couple of storms, and I know you've had a few earthquakes. And a few people in the comments have said, does that not frighten you, having the earthquakes? Well, my son was over there when the earthquakes were happening. But I've been through about 3 or 4 earthquakes. I think it was 4 this time, if I'm not mistaken. And my son didn't even notice them. Some people said the house was shaking. My son didn't even notice them. And every time I've been over there in the past, I've never noticed them either. So do they frighten me? No. The houses are designed and built, the modern houses are designed and built to withstand earthquakes. And it really doesn't worry me too much about that. It's part of the Cyprus experience. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm finding the whole Cyprus experience the main thing. The whole ethos of there. I know there's some bad parts. I know there's all sorts of things, but some of those bad parts are actually what gives it the character, the bureaucracy. I've talked about that in the past, the bureaucracy being sent from pillar to post and it can be hell, and having to go to see this person and that person and get them hooked at the stamp this one, and where do you find them? All those sort of things. But I think that's part of the charm. Although it can be a little bit of a pain, it can be a little bit annoying at times, it's part of the charm of living in Cyprus. The driving over there, yes, it's all over the place, it's chaotic, but it's part of the charm of living in Cyprus, and I've missed it over here. But mainly, of course, I have missed the weather, and the weather has been changeable over there, but I still think it was about 28 degrees, my wife said this morning, when she got up. So this is November. At the moment, we've had a couple of nights just under 0, just under freezing, but most of the time it's about, it's quite mild tonight. I think it's about 7 degrees, but 7 degrees Celsius. But most nights it's been just over freezing. So I really am looking forward to getting back to Cyprus. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to know about my path to Paphos, especially regarding my trip back to the UK. I have said to a few people that I don't think I'll ever come back here again. That's probably not totally true. because we are thinking about doing some house swaps with my daughter in the future, so my daughter and granddaughter can have a really good holiday. We're going to be coming across with the dogs. My daughter has a dog as well. So when we swap between the two of us, we're going to swap cars, swap house, and look after each other's dogs. And that means that she gets an inexpensive holiday over there, and we can come across here, but it means the dogs are looked after, and we don't have to worry about hiring cars and getting hotels and things. So we may do that in the future, but as a general rule, no. And I am quite content with my lot over there. I have my residency, I have my social insurance, I have my tax number, I'm paying into Yessi. I've got myself very well settled over there. I've got work coming in, and I've got some really good friends and really some really good colleagues. And I think that it's probably perfect to carry on the rest of my life. Let me know how you feel. Are you living in Paphos at the moment? Are you living in Cyprus at the moment? Oh, by the way, about talking about people, before I go on, thanks very much to the people who I've met over here who also watch the channel. There's an awful lot of people in the UK still watching this channel, and I've met up with a couple of them. I've had coffee with a few of them, and I really do appreciate your time, your input, and your friendship on that one. But yes, if you are wherever you're living, drop me a line below. I'd love to hear how you're getting on that. And if you want to give the channel a little bit of financial support, because it does have a cost doing the channel, please consider either leaving a super thanks. I know some of you leave super thanks, but preferable would be to buy me a coffee or buy me a pint, whichever. I can't remember. Sometimes it comes up on, for certain people, as buy me a pint, and sometimes buy me a coffee. I don't know if there's a difference on it, but there's a QR code up there, and anything which is done to help the channel really is appreciated, because it makes the channel able to be carried on with. I'll be coming back doing a lot more gigs. I'm bringing some more gear back with me for my gigs. I've got some new material too, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you as we go through the winter into the next year, and I'll be keeping you up to date on my music, on my gigs, and what's happening on the channel. Till the next time, this is Brian James on my path to Paphos, saying wherever you are on your path in life, enjoy it. See you soon.